Hello, welcome to my channel again for another video of Subnautica, but I need to say something right now. I have forgotten to unmute my mic. I record this video with my mic muted this entire time. I'm a bloody idiot. I'm gonna have to do some voiceover work or something for this video. Because I don't really want to waste this footage.
I'm a clown.
Not really. I messed up really badly. What the hell is... I'm stupid. So, part 2 of Subnautica. Let's get into it, yeah?
I'm a clown.
Boop!
Suggests the Aurora's drive core has reached critical state. Quantum detonation will occur within 2 hours.
So I start here. There's already stuff going on. The ship is about to explode in 2 hours time. And yeah. This is where it all begins.
Muscle development.
So the plan of action for this episode was to craft key items that will aid in my progression of the game. This would begin with getting myself an upgraded tank that allows me to breathe underwater for much longer. And so, I headed back underwater to look for some resources that will help me get what I need for the tank, whilst obviously avoiding some danger. Meanwhile, the ranger at base had received a transmission from someone in need of rescue, in the message is of the following.
Receiving pre-recorded distress call, laying back.
This is Lifepod 3, uploading our coordinates. We're plugging some holes in our emergency sea glide, so if we're late for the rendezvous, don't panic. Also, don't go home without us. Seriously. 3 out.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
And so, whilst my goal at this moment of time was to gather resources for a better tank, I would decide instead to go to the distress signal. However, on the way there, I ended up finding a fragment of a sea glide, which is an essential tool in getting around the ocean swiftly. I would then find myself at the wreckage of the origin of the signal. I would also find another fragment of the sea glide, which allows me to finally construct it. I'm also baffled on how to get inside the ship itself, because I'm not sure I'm still in the shed, to be fair. But then I would eventually find myself getting inside of the pod, in which I would find PDA data alongside the recipe for a compass, which is in fact another item that I would go through in this episode.
New blueprint acquired.
Now I would get back home, but also collect some resources like creepvine in order to fabricate some new items back home. However, I would then get chased by a stalker, which frankly was not quite enjoyable on my end, as I was bricking myself, to say it lightly. And so I managed to escape from the damn thing, thankfully, and would be back on my way home. I then found a fragment of a beacon along the way, which would be quite useful, as from what I understand, you'll be able to mark locations, which means I can place it down somewhere and come back to it later if the place is of interest or importance, which is quite fantastic actually.
Oxygen.
I finally make it back home, in which I would then finally construct the upgraded tank. This would now allow me to breathe in much more oxygen, which allows me to stay underwater for much longer. Which is quite fantastic. Quite fantastic to say the least. How the hell did I mess that word? The next goal? A sea glide, baby! And so, I dived into the ocean. Got some resources, made some resources, and then finally, at last, made the damn sea glider, which checks off another goal of the episode.
The Sea Glide will increase your effective exploration range. For your safety, please pack supplies for long journeys and stay within 5 kilometers of the nearest life pod or habitat.
And now, with this beauty in my hands, I dashed into the ocean to give it an absolute good whirl, whilst also going out my way to complete my next objective, getting a compass. This will help me figure out which direction is which, you know? That's confusing if you kind of don't know where you are and where's where. I then also got another radio message at my ship, or pod. This was another distress signal, which goes as follows.
This is Ozzy from the cafeteria. What the hell, guys? They didn't warn us this might happen. Our pod was almost crushed by this Seamoth Bay on the way down. Now we're hanging on the edge of a cave system, and this grim-looking snake thing's trying to eat through the hull. Come get us already.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Back into the waters I then go, and it's quite murky in there, which is not that great. Though there are some off-putting sights along the way, such as that jellyfish stingy thing, because I really hate jellyfish. And, of course, a bloody another stalker, because, of course, one of them had to show up, though there were some cool fish along the way. I would then find myself at the next sunken pod, in which I would then find another fragment, or well, a fragment of a Seamoth, which I don't know why I said another, because I'm an idiot, which if you've never seen this game before, is a submarine-like vehicle, which will in fact be brilliant later on. Inside the pod was more abandoned PDA data, and some clipping of a fish, because you know, why not? I then went gathering for some more resources for the compass, which, though I had trouble finding some particular resources, in the end I ended up getting what I needed, which is quite fantastic. And so, I then went back to the ship and crafted my compass. Though, before I could get into doing that, the Aurora decided it's time for a fireworks show.
Critical state 18 minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
So you know what? Happy New Year! Ah, what a fireworks show that was. 10 out of 10, would attend again. Now, with the discovery of the radiation suit that I got after the ore exploded, I've decided that alongside the compass, that I'll try and get the resources to construct it as well. It is probably worth mentioning, or showing rather, that I did in fact finally construct the compass, which now means my full focus is now on the radiation suit, which will in fact be beneficial later down on the line. So let's do it. And back into the ocean. You get the gist by now, hopefully. Gather resources. I made the resources with the resources. Blah blah, yappity yap yap yap. Never make me make sounds again. What just came out of my mouth? And another radio signal, but this time it's from Sunbeam, which seemingly answered the stress signals from multiple ships in danger, which goes as follows.
This is Avery Quinn of Trading Ship Sunbeam. Aurora, do you read? Over? Nothing but vacuum. These Alterra ships. They run low on engine grease, send an SOS, you offer to help, they don't pick up. Aurora, I'm out on the far side of the system. It's gonna take more than a week to reach your position. Do you still need our assistance? Over. I'll try them again tomorrow. Damn charter's gonna have us blowing our credits running errands for Alterra. See what the long-range scans pick up in the meantime.
More resource gathering was in order to finally construct this radiation suit of mine. I make it back home and finally construct it at last, which now only leaves me with one last goal in mind, the habitat construction tool. And as usual, back into the depths I go. As I climbed back into the pod, as I went home, I got another radio message from Sunbeam.
Aurora, this is Sunbeam again. We just picked up a massive debris field at your location. I didn't know how many of you... I didn't know. We're now en route to your location. We're gonna bring you home. Sunbeam out. What else can I say? The only time I parked a rig this big on a rock that small was in VR, and I blew it. It's a bad option, alright, but so are all the others.
Bleach is an essential chemical used for cleaning wounds and purifying water.
And so, I then attempt to craft up the habitat construction tool. However, being the idiot I am, I just had to mess it up. Of course I bloody did. And well, that's it for today. As me at the time just kind of got annoyed to the point I went to stop playing. I got annoyed looking at me doing it. So in that case, thank you all for watching if you made it this far into the video. It's really appreciative. Especially since this style of video was a mistake. Perhaps I'll make more of these videos in this style, but personally I enjoy the typical classic Let's Play formula the most because personally that's what I grew up on. All in all, if you enjoyed, subscribe, like the video, that would be fantastic, and have a good one. Goodbye.